So just a quick question here before we proceed. Um, are we going to allow the Dixon residents to attend this meeting?
Yeah.
I mean, I would support this.
Open session.
Okay, well, I support this because I think the Dixon Agency residents have, they've been frustrated with MRL and they need to, MRL needs to hear their frustrations. And I think this is a good opportunity for them to do this. So,
Thank you, Len.
thank you.
Okay.
Madam
Motion.
Chair, if council desires, we can ask them to set up a community meeting where the council attends as well. Just up to you.
I would support setting up a community meeting so that all of the residents are able to attend.
Okay. Carol?
I was just wondering, even if it just impacts 3 people, but, I think they're going to expect a room full and that may not happen. Could it backfire on us by not having very few people there? I mean, you understand what I mean?
Well,
there was only 3.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, but if nobody shows up, that's fine. I just want to give that opportunity for them and let them know that, yeah, we are
Len, I was
we
just,
are giving them the opportunity.
I had the floor, sorry.
Okay, we can work out those details. I would entertain a motion to accept the EPA offer.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Motion by Martin, second by Bing. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimous. And second motion. Brian said the motion should be stated as follows. Motion to authorize the Sonosky legal team to vote yes on CSKT's behalf to approve the bankruptcy settlement plan for the Mallinckrodt PLC proceedings in the United States Bankruptcy Court for the District of Delaware. Motion by Ellie. Second by Martin. Question, Carol?
Yeah, this is just a small part of what we're doing with the opiate. I hope in the discussion that is spelled out. Or I don't know if we can because it was an executive. I don't want people to think this is it. Or yeah.
So Abby, maybe you could note that this is just one of the, are they a distributor, Rhonda?
Madam Chair, this company is a manufacturer.
So if we could just specify that this is one of the manufacturers, one of many manufacturers cases. Okay, all those in favor? Motion carries unanimous. Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That's all we have. And we'll get that meeting with MRL set up as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you. Carol?
Just one other thing, if we do have a public meeting and have it here, we should have those experts, the experts in the field that deal with corridors and all of that, waterways, and have them in the room also to talk about the issues.
Okay, we had a few council items. Bing, did you want to bring yours up since you won't be here after lunch?
Madam Chair, I pretty much kind of brought it up this morning with forestry, with the issue of the possible trespass issue with our fires up here on the West Shore. You know, with having the fire coming in on private property and also the tribal lands up there that were involved in these fires, and that individuals lost their homes and their outer buildings too that was involved in that fire. So I talked to Tony afterwards, after our meeting here this morning, and he said that BIA was kind of in control of that, I guess. And but I asked him that if that with the compact and everything, I didn't know whether or not that kind of reverted that back to the tribe. So he said it didn't. That compact wasn't. Forestry wasn't part of that compact. It was involved in that. So that's what I was concerned about. Just with issues of that coming to life, or even I'm in a Jocko there with some of the private property up in the Jocko. But I don't know whether I'll get there. I probably won't get down there. But it's just a issue of them, with that. Private properties and whatnot down there. That's what I was going to talk to you.
Okay, thank you. Anita?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I had one other issue, and I think that Lynn might be able to help me out with this. I had a request from a parent from the Dayton school, and they have been trying to get some kind of an agreement, either that or a land exchange for the school property. They want to build a gym and a cafeteria or something. Well, they're hoping to get some kind of either exchange or some kind of lease or something, but the grant is going to be, it's due at the end of August, and they've tried to get in. I talked to Jen about it, and Jen said that it was with Lands. And then when I talked to Lands, they said they had not gotten a request. So I don't know what's going on there, other than the fact that their funding time, the grant, is due the end of August. And I don't know if Lynn, if you know more about this than I do.
Yes, Madam Vice Chair. There's been a lot of discussion regarding this. There's been a couple different proposals, and as many of you already know, one of the proposals was to do an exchange for the boulevard in front of the resort in exchange for the land that's currently sitting on that the school is currently using. But that was never formally presented to the tribes. I don't believe we had any written proposals for that. However, another option that has came out in these discussions is just granting a longer term lease to the Dayton School Board. And I think one of the options was either a 99-year lease or a 25-year lease with a 25-year renewable option. So, but yeah, I don't think we've received anything in writing yet. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why it has not gotten into council. I've had discussions with some of the school board members, and but as I mentioned to council before, until we get something in writing, we really don't know which direction to go. But so that's kind of where we're at.
Anita?
So, Madam Chair, that's kind of what I'm saying. The individual said that they've been trying to get into council on their proposal. It evidently there is a proposal out there, but we have not seen it. And when I emailed Lambs, they said they hadn't, so I don't know who can follow up on that, if we can get Clayton or Rick to follow up on it, because their deadline's coming.
Sharma?
Madam,
Thank you. Madam Chair, I was just going to ask, Len, is there any opportunity for you to gather your district and have some input? I have heard from tribal members in your district who are very opposed to working anything out. So I don't know where you're standing on that, but that's my question.
no, I have not heard anything like that from any of the community members, or nobody's addressed that with me yet. But the fact of the matter is you know, I would support doing some type of an agreement with the school board, because we have kids from the Elmo community, Elmo and Big Arm community that are attending the school over there. So it's all about the kids. Madam Chair,
Go ahead, Len.
Madam Chair, just a suggestion. Maybe we need to have Clayton or somebody in our executive team reach out to the Dayton School Board and have them present something to us in writing.
Okay, and Jen has some information on this, that we need all the information from Lands, so she's gonna follow up with Mark. So maybe we can get that scheduled for Thursday, since they do have a deadline, and we can take action one way or the other.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, is that it? Okay. So I have an issue. That was brought up to me last night about council accountability, I guess. And actually Jen is still uploading the documents, so if you guys want to take a 5-minute break, we'll wait for Jen to upload those documents.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I guess just real quick while we're here, I know I didn't ask for time, but we're having a bit of a surge here in Lake County. I don't know if you guys saw the awesome graphic I put up, but we were at 0 or 1, I think, in July 1st. So I hate to do this, but I'm going to start reminding people to wear their masks, wash their hands, social distance, get vaccinated if they so choose. Otherwise, we're going to go back to where we were at, and lockdowns are no fun, and wearing masks are not fun, but let's protect our people. So thank you.
Thanks, Martin.
Madam Chair, just another comment in addition to what Martin says. I think we also probably need to look at getting our monitoring teams back in place again.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn.
Jen, I just wanted the presentation, not the 638 and the MVP thing. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. And those resolutions, did you scan those? Can you resend with just the presentation and the two resolutions? Okay, as I stated, I have been getting phone calls about this issue. And I feel like this is something that needs to be addressed by council. So if you go to the first document, which is the ordinance approved in July 1978, it talks about the tribal council roles to identify the needs and options of the government and its people, select programs and determine strategy to meet identified needs. We'll set overall government-wide goals and priorities. We'll allocate resources according to the overall priorities. And tribal council will oversee the activities involved in obtaining the resources needed to carry out approved programs. That's ordinance 66A, which was approved in July 1978, signed by Berhead Sweeney, Chairman, and Doug Eller, Tribal Secretary. So the next thing I wanted to bring your attention to is the resolution 06-48. And it's a resolution reiterating and updating the code of conduct for tribal elected officials, appointed officials, and employees of the tribes. So basically, this is our code of conduct. Article 2 is conduct and behavior. Article 3, conflicts of interest and prohibited activities. Article 4, public relations and unity. Article 5, enforcement. And the part I wanted to bring to your attention specifically is enforcement. In section 2, responsibility. It is the responsibility of all tribal officials and employees to report any violation of this code. So,
I have a question.
hold on a sec. Any tribal council elected or appointed found by a majority after appropriate hearing to be in violation of this code may further be subject to the provisions and penalties set forth in Article 5, Section 2 of the Tribal Constitution. Go ahead, Len.
Yeah, my question to you, Madam Chair, was who presented this document to you?
Sorry. The resolutions or the ordinance?
Well, the written presentation that we're reading, that we're discussing here.
The document itself, I don't think that's material at this point. What I wanted to bring forward.
It may not be material, but I am asking a question. Who presented this to you?
The document itself, I'm going to say, was presented anonymously. The phone calls I got have been several. And so I'm going to give everyone time to read the document and then decide how we want to take action.
Well, I guess my concern is if we're discussing a document that was submitted anonymously, we don't know if this person is a non-member or somebody that's even a, yeah, even if they're a tribal member from here.
Madam Chair,
Martin?
I guess to follow up on what Len's saying is, these are all allegations, and I can't believe we're even entertaining this. Respectfully, I disagree that we're doing this in open as well, so I would request executive.
So actually, I would like the two members that are in here to be allowed in this discussion.
Madam Chair, I have a right to an attorney.
Pardon?
I have a right to an attorney. This is not right. Did nothing wrong. I have done nothing wrong but try to work hard for people. And I know who's behind this. You're sitting right in here.
So like I said,
Why don't
this
you
is
just
a
wait
matter
till
of
after the election?
council accountability. No, I think it's very pertinent to the election
Why?
Because it's about council accountability. And if you look at the resolution,
I haven't a
It
right
talks
to an
about
attorney.
tribal council, if they're aware of a
You
situation,
put this
they
out there.
need to
I have a
conduct
right
an
to an attorney.
investigation or have a hearing.
I have a right. You put this out here for everybody to see. And nobody's even asked me a question except a conversation with her when she called me out in a room. That's it. If you
Well,
want
let's
me
go
to
in-
quit, Shelley, I
No,
will.
let's-
I'll just resign.
Let's go into
I
executive.
don't need to deal with this kind of thing. This isn't right.
Let's go into executive, but I want Dan and Art to be in here because
Well, you go ahead and stay
they're
with Art and
asking-
Dan. I know it's you and those guys. I know
it's the membership asking for accountability.
Shelley, how dare you say that? I've always been accountable to the membership and I will always be accountable to the membership. You can